Good morning, everyone. We're going to call this meeting of the Board of Commissioners for the Forest Preserve District of Will County to order. They're not even looking. Okay, Steve was already standing to prepare to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Moving on today, we do not have any news media with us today, so moving on from that, can we please have a roll call?
Dean Schlotman. Here. Van Dyne.
Present.
Ogala. Pretzel.
Here.
Butler.
Here.
Newquist.
Here.
Ballich.
Here.
Richmond.
Here.
Parker.
Here.
Williams.
Here.
Diaz.
Here.
Winfrey. Coleman. Logan.
Here.
Freeman. Revis.
Here.
Mitchell. Ortiz. Berkowitz.
Here.
Costa. Trenier. And President Mueller.
Here.
Okay, and we'll make 17. So we have...
Great, thank you. We have 17, so we have a quorum, folks. Next, we're moving on. Presentation of certificate of mailing and certificate of publication. Ralph's giving the nod that that has been taken care of. Next, we are going to move on to approval of minutes. Can I please have a motion to approve the minutes from July 13th, 2023? Motion Trenier, second Costa. Can we have a roll call, please?
Dean Schlotman. Yes. Van Dyne.
Yes.
Ogala. Pretzel.
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
Newquist.
Yes.
Ballich.
Yes.
Richmond.
Yes.
Parker. Yes. Williams.
Yes.
Diaz. Yes. Winfrey. Coleman. Logan.
Yes.
Freeman. Revis.
Yes.
Mitchell, yes. Ortiz. Berkowitz. Yes. Costa. Yes. Trenier. Yes. President Mueller.
Yes.
And with 17%, we do have a motion passed.
Great, motion passes. Moving on, letter H, Treasurer's Report. If I turn this over to Treasurer Newquist.
Good morning, everybody. Before I place the Treasurer's Report on file, I have the usual few brief comments to make. Revenues. The July 31st, 2023 operating statements indicate that the district's corporate fund has collected $8.24 million in total revenues, which includes approximately $6.8 million in property taxes, $869,114 in replacement taxes, and nearly $339,550 in licenses and permit fees. The remaining balance is attributable to other miscellaneous income. On the expenditure side, the district has incurred approximately $9.83 million of expenditures for the period ended July 31st, 2023. Approximately $5.57 million of these expenditures are personnel costs. The district has experienced a net operating loss of just over $1.5 million year to date, and that includes all budgeted transfers. Unless there are any questions, I will move to place the Treasurer's Report on file.
We have a motion and a second from Newquist, a second from Van Dyne. Question, Jackie?
Yeah, can somebody just enlighten everybody on the statement of the 1.4 million operating loss? I just think that would be helpful because it sounds very negative. I know it's not, but I think it's helpful to explain. Thank you.
Go ahead, Ralph.
Right. So the reason that the Forest Preserve runs an operating loss over the course of the beginning of the year is that we have to rely on our fund reserve to pay our bills as tax receipts come in. You all know that tax payments are due in May and September. And so until those start to roll in, the Forest Preserve is relying on its fund balance to basically pay its bills. So as the year goes on, probably maybe even close to next month, you'll see that operating loss become positive. So we'll then be out of the red and into the black.
Thank you, Ralph.
Mm-hmm.
Previous Ralph
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Is that the end of your report, Treasurer Newquist? Oh, yes. Okay, I wasn't sure. I wanted to make sure before I moved on without you. Okay, next, moving on. Petitions from the public. Do we have any petitions from the public today? Okay. Next on our list, the Finance Committee. Chair Richmond, take it away.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you. First item up is the schedule of bills in the amount of $885,285.60, and I so move.
Second, James Levin. Previous Ralph Schreiber.
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
All right, next up on new business, we have 3 items, all of which were approved by the committee 8-0. First one up is approval of ordinance number 645, authorizing extension of 14 agricultural licenses associated with 2024 farm license program. I so move.
Second, Revis.
Previous
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Second item up is the approval of ordinance number 646, authorizing 5 agricultural licenses associated with the 2024 farm license program, and I so move.
Second, Revis.
Previous Berkowitz. Second Schreiber.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
All right, third item up under new business is approval of resolution number 23-12, authorizing the First Secure Bank of Joliet to serve as a forest preserve district of Will County depositor, and I so move.
Second, Revis.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
All right, and lastly, there were 3 reports. First one was a quarterly quote approval report. The second was the quarterly investment report. Or, I'm sorry, there was only 2. And I so move on those.
Right. I don't think we need to motion those.
Don't need a motion on
No,
those?
we don't need to
Okay,
do that
all
with
right.
those, but thanks. Do you want to announce your
And
next meeting?
that's all I've got. After that is our next meeting scheduled for Thursday, September 7th, immediately following the Operations Committee meeting, but no earlier than 9:15. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to the Operations Committee, Chair Van Dyne.
Good morning, everyone, and good morning, Madam President. We have 9 resolutions to consider this morning, all which were approved 6-0. Starting with number 1, award a contract in the amount of $1,180,200 to deconstruction for the I&M Canal Bridge and Trail Extension. I so move. Aye. Okay, number 2, award a contract in the amount of $70,728.68 to WBK Engineering for the Lake Shamanwood Phase Improvements, I&M Canal Bridge and Trail Extension Construction Oversight, and I so move. Aye. I'll make a motion to award a contract in the amount of $38,780 to Terra Engineering LTD of Chicago for permitting services related to the Wabansie Glacial Trail to Manhattan Park District Trail Connection.
Second Williams. Second Schreiber.
Aye. Award of contract in the amount of $94,967.26 to West Side Tractor Sales of Rockdale, Illinois for the purchase of 1 2024 John Deere backhoe loader using our Sourcewell contract. I so move.
Previous Schreiber.
All in? Okay, we're going to have to take a roll call on number 4 because a member has joined us, so we have to get them in the roll. So we have the first by Joe Van Dyne, the second by Sherry Newquist, and can we have a roll call, please?
Dean Schlotman. Yes. Van Dyne.
Yes.
O'Gala.
Yes.
Pretzel.
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
Newquist.
Yes.
Balich.
Yes.
Richmond. Parker.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Diaz.
Yes.
Winfrey. Coleman. Logan.
Yes.
Freeman. Revis.
Yes.
Mitchell, yes. Ortiz. Berkowitz.
Yes.
Costa.
Yes.
Trainier.
Yes.
President Mueller.
Yes,
Okay, with that we have 18.
wonderful. Motion passes. Thank you.
Number 5, award a contract not to exceed $162,711 to purchase a metal pole building from FBI Buildings of Remington, Indiana. I so move.
Previous Trainier.
Previous Trainier, second Berkowitz. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Award a contract in the amount of $45,810 to purchase one 2024 Ford F-150 pickup truck from Morrow Brothers Ford Incorporated in Greenville, Illinois, using our State of Illinois Joint Purchasing Contract. And I would make that motion.
Second Trainier. Previous roll O'Gala.
Second Williams.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 7, award of contract in the amount of $48,981 to Burke Engineering for the engineering and permitting assistance related to the replacement of the Snapper Pond culvert at Goodnow Grove Nature Preserve. I so move.
Second O'Gala. Previous Trainier.
All in favor? Any
Aye.
opposed? Motion carries.
Number 8, approval of ordinance number 647, authorizing a license agreement number 2315 for 2 temporary construction easements and 1 permanent easement with the Illinois Department of Transportation at the Joliet Junction Trail. And I will make that motion.
Second Trainier.
Second Williams.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
And lastly, number 9, approval of Resolution 2311, declaring various vehicles, equipment, and other items surplus and authorizing disposal through a variety of means. I would like to make that motion.
We need a second.
Second O'Gala.
Okay.
Roll O'Gala.
Motioned by, hold on, motioned by Joe Van Dyne, seconded by Newquist. Questions, Mark Revis.
I am wondering what disposal through a variety of means is.
Well, if you look at the attachment that's on there, you'll see that some of it goes to e-waste, some is disposed as trash, some is recycled, and some is sold.
Does that answer your question? Okay, so we had a previous roll from Judy O'Gala.
Second Trainier.
Second, Trenier. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
All right, and there, the committee provides 3 different reports. If there are no questions on any of the reports, our next meeting date is scheduled for Thursday, September 7th, 2023 at 9 a.m. here in our office building. Thank you, and that concludes our report.
Thank you. Moving on, Ad hoc Committee, Chair Dean Schlottman.
Good morning. I have nothing to report.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, moving on, folks, we have a need for executive session today for the matter of discussing collective bargaining. And so I need a roll call in order for us to go into, I'm sorry, do I need a motion and a second and then a roll call? Motion Trainier, second Pretzel, please roll call. And we need to turn off all of our mics.
Okay,
Okay, folks, we are out of executive session. Moving on, I would like to ask for a motion for approval of a collective bargaining agreement between the International Union of Operating Engineers Local 150 and the Forest Preserve District of Will County Police Department. Do we need a full roll call, or? Okay. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Moving on, do we have any comments from the public today? Do we have any comments from the public? Any online comments from the public? Next, okay, folks, now we're going to move on to comments by our executive director. With us today, we have Anthony Cervini from Sikich, and he is going to talk with us a little bit, do a presentation about the FY 2022 audit. So, Mr. Cervini, can you unmute yourself?
I certainly can. Good morning, everyone.
Great. If you'd like to introduce yourself and move on with your report. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you again for having me on behalf of Sikich. My name is Anthony Cervini. I'm partner in charge of government services at Sikich and the engagement partner on the Forest Preserve District's audit. As a result of our audit, I'm pleased to be able to be here this morning and present to you a brief summary of the district's financial position and changes in financial position for the fiscal year ended December 31st, 2022. If it works, I'm going to try to share my screen here and just to share the pages I'll cover from the report here. Let me see if we're able to, if someone could just confirm that you're able to see the report on the screen here.
Yes, we are.
Wonderful, thank you. So within the annual comprehensive financial report, first like to call to the board's attention that the district goes above and beyond what you're required to present, both from a generally accepted accounting principles standpoint, as well as in accordance with Illinois compiled statutes. This annual comprehensive financial report is a document that includes additional information, including an introductory section, statistical section, and key financial data for the Forest Preserve District, intended to present a full detailed report and accounting in accordance with those generally accepted accounting principles and compiled statutes. So commend you for preparing this document. Within the introductory section, as I noted, the first section of the report, I want to call to your attention the transmittal letter printed on district letterhead. The transmittal letter, a unique component within an annual financial report, but a document that provides some good context, and we recommend reading this in conjunction with the management's discussion and analysis, which we'll cover in just a few moments here. Beyond the introductory section, the other thing noted in the introductory section, is the GFOA, or Government Finance Officers Association Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting. District has been a longtime participant in the GFOA program. This is an additional set of eyes that ensures that all the required components of an annual comprehensive financial report are encompassed. So I want to also congratulate the district for receipt of this document. Within the financial section, the first component is the independent auditor's report. Pleased to report that we've issued a clean, unmodified opinion on the district's financial statements as of and for your fiscal year ended December 31st, 2022. The clean, unmodified opinion is the highest level of assurance that we can provide as auditors, and means the financial statements, in our opinion, are fairly presented in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles and are free of material misstatement. So the unmodified opinion, I certainly want to highlight that. Also effective for fiscal year 2022 for the district was the implementation of a new accounting principle, GASB statement number 87 on leases, which just changed how the district reported certain agreements and went through that process this year. The next two paragraphs, just to highlight and reinforce, ultimately management is responsible for the fair presentation of the financial statements. Our responsibility as auditors then to express an opinion on those financial statements based on our audit. I mentioned earlier the management's discussion and analysis, which immediately follows the independent auditor's report. The MD&A is the executive summary component of the annual comprehensive financial report. Includes not only comparative information from 2022 and 2021, but also management's discussion of why those figures have changed from one year to the next there. So in terms of looking for that high level overview of the operations for the year with the opportunity to understand what drove those underlying changes, strongly recommend reading the management's discussion and analysis. Beyond the MD&A pages, you'll reach the basic financial statements, the first of which is the statement of net position. The statement of net position and the following statement of activities that we'll briefly look at are presented on a full accrual measurement focus and the accrual basis of accounting. That means this is looking at everything from a big picture perspective, includes your capital assets as well as your long-term liabilities here. The number that I'd ask you to focus on is in the net position or your equity section here, your unrestricted net position as of December 31st, 2022 was $17.871 million there. That unrestricted net position being in a positive balance tells you as the board that the district is doing a good job managing its financial resources from a long-term perspective. The following page is a statement of activities. This is your long-term income statement here. A little bit of a unique kind of upside down L presentation here. So your expenses for your various functions on the first column on the left, offset by your program revenues, your charges for services, as well as any grants that you have. The bottom half of the page presents your general revenues, the largest of which is property taxes there. Overall, your change in net position increased $19.4 million for December 31st, 2022, really driven by two major components there. One is the repayment of long-term debt by the district, as well as capital asset additions this year. So you had capital expenditures, those were capitalized and will be depreciated over the life of those assets. So that's what drove your increase in your change in net position. Following the statement of activities, you'll find the balance sheet for governmental funds. The balance sheet for governmental funds presented on a current financial resources measurement focus and the modified accrual basis of accounting, meaning that we've taken out those capital assets and long-term liabilities. These are your main operating funds that you have here. Major funds are presented in single columns here, starting with the general corporate fund. You can see the others presented there as well. The remaining funds are presented in the non-major governmental funds category. And then you have a total column on the far right. Your unassigned fund balance in your general fund, your main operating fund, was just under $13.5 million as of December 31st, 2022. That presents a healthy reserve in the general fund balance there. But as was noted in the earlier treasurer's report, based on the property taxes coming in and the receipt of those property taxes, you need to have that reserve in place to be able to fund those operations for the first part of the year until those property tax dollars coming in. All in all, district a very sound financial position and their fund level there, presenting positive fund balances across the board in all funds. Last few items I'll cover here, a statement of revenues, expenditures, and changes in fund balance. This is your income statement for the funds presentation here. Again, the same columnar presentation here. Net changes in fund balance for the year. You can see here that you actually had a slight increase in your general fund, so $1.2 million there. The other funds, you can see the activity across those. So actually your total governmental funds, you actually had a decrease in fund balance of just under $3 million. Majority of that in your 2019 bond and your grant fund related to spending in those respective funds. Overall, again, strong financial position for the district as of December 31st. The last few items I'll cover for you here just include a brief highlight for you of the funded status for your pension funds here. So for your IMRF and your Sheriff's Law Enforcement Personnel Fund, just gonna move, pardon me here. See if we can zoom in here a little bit, but if not, we'll go ahead and just highlight this for you here. The 2021, December 31st, 2021 valuation for IMRF showed that fund at 111% funded. The Sheriff's Law Enforcement Personnel Fund, 96% funded. Do take into account those are December 31st, 2021 numbers, so those have decreased. But again, overall, IMRF and both IMRF and SLEP are still very well funded from an overall funding standpoint there, even with a decrease in those funded statuses. As of December 31st, 2022, do not expect that to have a significant impact on the operating costs related to those two plans. Finally, the information presented on the retiree trust for the district. Your retiree trust, you had a net OPEB liability of $1,542,248 as of December 31st. That represents a funding ratio of 64%, up just essentially break even, essentially just a slight funded increase there for that as well. I just encourage you, having that retiree trust, you've already gone above and beyond what many of your peers have done in setting up that trust and funding those amounts there. So continuing to fund the actuarially determined contributions on that will continue, hopefully, to see an uptick in the funded status for your retiree health insurance trust fund. Want to just thank staff at the district for all of their assistance throughout the course of the audit process. And with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
I don't see any question. Oh, Jackie Trainier, please go ahead. She has a question.
Ralph, are you happy with our financial situation?
I'm extremely happy with our
Okay,
financial
thank you.
situation. Yeah, and I want to thank Anthony and the folks at Sikich for working with us, and obviously our finance department. Lisa Lukasevich is here with us today, Director of Finance, and Meredith Klavina and Sherry Bumbenek. It's the three of them that do all the work, well, along with Anthony and his group.
Great. Any other questions? Okay, it looks like we don't have any other questions for you today, Anthony. So thanks for joining us and giving us a report.
Thank you very much. Take care, everyone.
Have a good afternoon. I'm always impressed with our financial, with anything we do at the Forest Preserve. It continues to be one of the brightest gems in the county for several reasons. So these reports are always, even though they're, financial reports, which aren't always the most fun thing to listen to, they're always good to hear good news like that. So Ralph, go ahead. You have a little bit more to say?
Yeah, I just had one, I guess I should turn that on. I just had one other thing to say. If you are not busy this weekend, it's Saturday, August 19th. The Hummingbird Fest is at Plum Creek Nature Center from 1 to 5. And on your way out there, if you are heading out there, stop at Money Reservoir. There's a fly fishing exhibit in the main meeting room there as well. So that's all I had.
Do we have any tours?
Oh, we have a
this
tour this
Saturday?
weekend. We're touring southeastern or southwestern Will County, excuse me. So
Do those areas include where you just talked about?
they do not.
Okay, I just was curious.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Yeah, they do not. No, we'll be there at the end of the month on the eastern side of Will County. But yeah, I still have room in the van if you're interested.
There's still room in the Mystery Machine.
I will have you, your travel, we will meet at Four Rivers. I'll have you back at if you meet me there at 9, I'll have you back there by noon. By noon.
Does that help? Come join us on the tours. They're a lot of fun. Okay, do we have any comments by commissioners today? Joe, go ahead, and Jackie next. Turn on your mic, please. Microphone.
I just learned something the other day. We were doing an event, and pallets of things show up with saran wrap type stuff around the pallets, shrink wrap, thank you. And there's an outfit that collects all the shrink wrap, and then once they accumulate 500 pounds worth, they go to Trek Deck Company, and they will take the shrink wrap and make a bench out of it for a nonprofit organization. My question is, does the Forest Preserve know about this? Have we ever done it? And if not, is there a way that you'd be interested and maybe work with the county and see if they have access to a lot of this stuff?
I am not familiar with that program, but I'm familiar with other similar type programs where plastics are collected and then turned into useful products and then donated. But I'll look into that program. We don't receive a lot of materials wrapped in shrink wrap because we're not really buying pallets of stuff. So I don't know how much we we would actually create.
Yeah, so that's why I thought maybe if we reach out to the county and find out if they get a lot of this stuff, they may not either, but I just thought, because we're always looking for more park benches, and I know you sell them for quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
For a reason.
Yeah.
But, just an idea.
Yeah, it's, and that's interesting as well. A few of our staff were able to visit the IKEA distribution facility and go on a tour this past Tuesday. And they have an entire recycling operation there with all the product that they have. And we saw bins and bins and bins of shrink wrap used. And then, again, they accumulate it and then they ship it off to be recycled. I don't know that they're participating in that program, but, it was interesting.
That's a really cool idea, if you get enough shrink wrap. Anything else? Okay, Jackie and then Julie.
Just wanted to say thanks to Ralph. I know we saw this probably when we voted on it, but I made a request that he send me the Nature Center renovations for Hidden Oaks, and I actually had time to print it out and really look at the photographs as opposed to just kind of skimming through it. And I was very impressed with what we have planned for that facility. Ralph, can you remind me again of the timeline? We're starting in the spring?
Yeah, so construction will be bid beginning either later this month or early September. You'll approve the bids for construction at that time, but construction won't start until February of next year.
Okay.
So we're delaying this construction start, hoping that we can get some better pricing.
No, that's a good strategy.
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing the same
And
thing at the
then the
township.
exhibits, which are a different component of that, will be coming back to you with a request for proposals next month, looking to award that contract around the October and November timeframe. Reason being, the funding for that is tied into our 2024 fiscal year budget.
And when you say exhibits, are you talking about the inside?
Yeah, so all those
Okay.
pictures that you saw.
The remodeling, the
yeah.
moving of doors and all
Yeah,
of that?
doors
the
and
inside.
that's this spring.
So that part can all get
Yeah.
done in the middle of winter and
Yep.
be finished by spring?
Right, because the exhibits are, you need the finished space to actually
Right.
stick the exhibits on.
Do we have any kind of anticipated timeline for when the outdoor stuff will be done? I'm just wondering, because that's the season, right? That
Yeah.
people use the facility,
Right.
generally speaking.
So we will likely be closed from March through July or August of next year.
Wow, okay. Thank you, that's very helpful to know.
And that's going to close the whole preserve or just the building?
It closes the building up until the time they start doing exterior work, and then the site would close.
Julie, did you have some comments? I'm sorry. Turn on your microphone, please.
Joe, you brought up a great idea, and probably Will County Green. That's something that they could incorporate with all of the things they do right now, add that when they're on site somewhere. That would be a great outreach in the community. But Will County Green, I think we could take that up with them.
Thanks, Julie. Any other board member, any other commissioner comments? Okay. Okay, moving on, we do not have any appointments or, I don't have any appointments today. Regarding comments by the president, I don't have any of those either today. I think we've done all of that already. So the next on our thing says presentation by Sikich, but we've already done that, so we don't need to do that. Next, we need a motion to adjourn. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. We stand adjourned until next month.